So hey everyone, if you are new to motovlogging and want to take your videos to the next level, you are in the right place. Today, I'm going to show you how to enhance your video quality and make it look more cinematic using any action camera on your helmet. For the sake of this video, I'm using a GoPro 11. You know that awesome motion blur you see in the professional videos? That's what makes the footage look smooth and natural. Just like how we see things with our own eyes. When your audience sees that natural motion blur, they can connect better with your content. It makes your videos not just informative, but also super aesthetic and enjoyable to watch. So before we dive into the settings, let's understand a few basics about how professional videographers achieve that cinematic look. They use settings like frame rate and shutter speed and follow something called the 180-degree rule. Frame rate is the number of frames your camera captures per second. Common frame rates are like 24 fps, 25 fps, 30 fps and 60 fps. Depending on where you are in the world, you might use different formats. For instance, in the United States and Japan, NTSC format is common. Using 30 fps is what I mean. In many other parts of the world, including India where I am based, PAL format is common. And we often use 25 fps or 50 fps. So if you are shooting at 25 fps, your shutter speed should be around 1/50 of a second. The rule helps create smooth, natural looking motion blur in your videos. So now you can ask, what is shutter speed, right? So think of the shutter speed in a camera like your eyelids, right? So shutter speed is how fast your camera's eyelids are actually blinking. So a fast blink like 1/120 means less light comes in, and a slow blink like 1/30 means more light comes in. So how does this affect your video? So a slower shutter speed lets in more light but can cause more motion blur, right? A faster shutter speed lets in less light but makes your video more sharper. For that smooth cinematic blur, you need the right shutter speed for your frame rate. And here's where ND filters come in handy. ND stands for neutral density. So basically, these ND filters act like a sunglass for your camera, reducing the amount of light that hits the sensor. So here I have ND filters ranging from ND4 to ND32. So I bought it from Amazon from a company called Telesin. I'll put up the link in the description below. Why there are different stocks, right? I have like ND filters ranging from ND4 to ND32, as I told you. The higher the number, the more the light it blocks. So ND4 lets in more light than ND32. On a bright day, you might use an ND32, and on a cloudy day, an ND4 or ND8 works better. For instance, on a sunny day, using ND32 filter allows you to keep your shutter speed 1/50 along with 24 frames per second, preventing overexposure while maintaining that natural motion blur. So now that you know the settings, what it does, right? Let's dive into the actual setting which I used in the GoPro. So if you see here, I'm in the bike mode. If I select the bike mode, if you see, so right now you can see the image is fine, right? And if you see, I use the 4K resolution generally, and I generally keep the frame rate as 25 as I already told you. I use the PAL format, right? So I'm selecting the 25, and the lens I generally used as super view because I need a lot of view, and so that's what I'm selecting now. And then if you see hyper smooth, I also keep it boost generally, so I get most of the stabilization out of it. And this is important. I use 10-bit, and the bitrate should be high, and the 10-bit is the in the Pro Tune settings, right? So in the shutter speed, this is the actual thing you need to consider about. You remember we have kept the 25 frames per second, so I need to keep the 1/50 as shutter speed, right? And ISO mainly is 100, ISO max is 1600, so I just keep it as it is. And the sharpness is medium, and color is vibrant, right? That's what I use. So yeah, these are the settings. For your convenience, I is actually sharing the screen and showing all the settings that I use. So now if you see, right, see the actual image became so washed out, right? You can see it was overexposed. So let's see after how it looks after I keep the ND filter, right? So I just kept ND 16 filter on top of it. As you can see, most of the image is like fine now. You can actually see the details. Still the sky is little bit overexposed. So let's use maybe ND 32, right? So if I use ND 32, how it looks. So yeah, this is the ND 32 filter. As you can see, I'm just placing on top of it. So you can see it was even more clear now, right? The highlights are actually well balanced. You can actually see the clouds as well as the shadows as well. So maybe in this scenario I need to use ND 32. As I told, it's more sunny outside. This is the use case as a practical example. So after all these settings, so here is the final output. You can see the natural motion blur at the sides and below the mirrors here, and which makes the video look smooth and cinematic. So this is how you can transform your motovlogging videos with the right settings and the ND filters. So thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and comment below any questions or your own tips, right? And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. So happy filming.